Righty, we are live right here on both TikTok and Twitch and on YouTube. It's good to see you guys. It is Music Talk Mondays, where I talk about music-related topics, and then of course we do open Q&A from you, from the audience. And yes, we can talk about all things related to whether it be our favorite artists, our favorite bands, our instruments, anything music industry related. We can even talk about our favorite albums, our songs, and all that stuff. So this is what it's all about. So before we start our podcast, of course, I want to go straight down to business first. If you guys want to check out my website, it's EddieLamMusic.ca. That's my official website. I also do have social media as well. So if you look at my social media platforms, I got Twitch, I got TikTok, I got YouTube, I got Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It's all under EddieLamMusic. So thank you guys for joining into my podcast today. Yeah, and of course, if you like what I've been providing content-wise through, if you follow me for quite a while, enjoy all the stuff I've done, I do have a Patreon. You can go to my Patreon, patreon.com/EddieLamMusic, so you can find some deals on there. You can also go to paypal.me/EddieLamMusic. That's where you can do a general donation if you want. But yes, if you guys do subscribe to my Patreon, going back to that, I will provide some exclusive content as where I do behind the scenes stuff like recording and all that. I also do things like video greetings for people who want to wish someone a happy birthday, happy anniversary, whatever special occasion it may be. Even if you just want me to make a video to cheer somebody up, that I am there for you guys on that. So yeah, hopefully you guys will check that out. Either way, I just appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight into my podcast. This is the last podcast of 2020 before we head on to the brand new year of 2021. So I'm just going to go straight to today's topic, which is a year review of 2020, the most interesting year I think we've all experienced. I know to a lot of people it is a very frightening year. It was a very stressful, terrible year for various reasons. And and like I say, I just want to send my hearts out to those who actually may be struggling with this year. We are here to listen to you guys. We're here to support you any way we can. So there we go. Liberal Tears 01 on TikTok just wished me a happy belated birthday. Thank you so much. I know, in case you guys didn't know, yes, it was my birthday last week, December 22nd, and I did a stream here last week. My podcast birthday edition was just open Q&A throughout most of the night. We will be doing a big chunk of Q&A for most of it too. Liberal Tears 01, hey, he's Liberal Tears 01 says, sorry, I haven't been in going through a lot, basically. So Liberal Tears 01, I just want to say, dude, our hearts are with you. We hear what you're saying. If there's any way you want us to cheer you up, let us know. We're here for you, man. That's right, Chip Guy. Yes, Chip Guy, you are an amazing human being, regardless of what you're going through. You are really awesome. Thank you so much for always being such a fantastic supporter. So there you go. Liberal Tears 01 is Chip Guy, who some of you may have seen on TikTok on my live streams previously. Great dude all around. One of my best donors, I would say, too. But, dude, I hope you are doing all right. I always like to give shout out to you guys, too, just because you guys deserve it. You guys deserve all the love that you need, especially in this tough year that we're all going through. We need to support each other to get through this really tough year. Just saying. So thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for being so supportive every time. For all the stuff I do, all the content I provide, whether it be I'm streaming myself, playing piano, singing, playing guitar, or even my content I do on TikTok and YouTube, all that stuff. I thank you guys so much for that. So there you go. Thanks for the emoji, AC Fitness. I really appreciate that. Yes, AC Fitness is actually my good friend Ashley, who is a singer as well, and she is a fitness yoga instructor. she's the jack of all trades. Honestly, she's an amazing human being. Make sure you check her out too. She also has a great account called Ashley Singing Snippets, which you can find on TikTok and Instagram. She sings like an angel. Like she should be a star, in my personal opinion. So there you go. So hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, this is my personal review on 2020. I know everyone's got some various different outcomes of how the year has turned out, and I just want to again send my love to each and every one of you who have been struggling through such a difficult year. I know, like I say, when we fight through such a very uncertain certain period of time, uh, this is where we honestly need each other the most, right? And I'm really glad. I just want to say I feel very blessed that I'm surrounded by amazing people like you guys. I'm just gonna say that right now. I feel so blessed to be surrounded and also have connected with people like you. I don't know where where my life would be honestly, but I'm just so thankful that even though myself as a musician, I can't do live shows like I normally do because this is what normally what my life would have been. Honestly, pre COVID, it was doing live shows, maybe on a weekly basis or maybe at least once a month or 3 times a month. It varies depending on the gigs I do. But even like working 9 to 5 on top of that, right? So I was a pretty busy guy. I've actually been a pretty busy dude with a lot on my plate. But one of the things I would say that I really do appreciate is it's been such a different adjustment for me to not do the usual things and being at home for most of it, but being also able to do things like recording and then discovering streaming myself, streaming my live performances, and I think those are two main things. And then, of course, I just started connecting with different musicians who are from outside of Canada. So American musicians, so such as my friend Ashley, of course, are one of my loyal followers, Chip Guy here on TikTok, who is also a musician, but he's from Toronto, Canada. But still, people outside of Vancouver, it's been great to be a part of this. Ashley says, "You're the best. Thank you so much for the shout out. Love the live stream." No, thank you, Ashley. And she says they honestly brighten our day, so keep it up. No problem. Anytime, Ashley. For you, for all you people out there, anything to brighten your day. So 2020, yes. Like even like then I was doing like my final gig. I would say it was sometime. I said it in an interview previously too. I said that in an interview that I was actually my last performance was sometime in March, mid-March. It was actually my piano karaoke night. Yes, so that was my final actual live performance pre-pandemic, and there wasn't a whole lot of people that came to that show because during that time I think like the coronavirus news was getting out there, right? And so everyone was very cautious about what to do. So we all lost our jobs basically gig wise, right? So I can't do live shows with my band Cry of Silence. I couldn't do shows with my band The Naturals. We always had these plans of doing things like festivals, weddings, other private parties, all that stuff. Because we wanted to do that. And that was a huge part of the musical income that we've always looked forward to. But honestly, though, at the same time, when I was able to get more into my recording, for instance, I just wanted to just put myself out there and just display my recording skills and see how that turned out. And I was so thankful for the responses I get from both like people from my hometown here in Vancouver who enjoyed the stuff I do on YouTube, including like my Donkey Kong Country covers. What else did I do? I did like various songs like Blind Guardian recently, my Ozzy Osbourne Crazy Train cover, the acoustic version, and also the what else did I do? Oh yeah, I did a Hulk Hogan theme song cover as well. It's on my YouTube channel. You can check that out as well if you haven't done so. Yeah, so all that stuff too. But I think the one thing that really did like I'm sure for those who do follow me religiously, you guys know about my TikTok channel, where just one day in the summertime of 2020, I decided, why don't I just teach people how to play songs that don't take much to learn, and just work with TikTok's format. Because for those who don't have TikTok, the premise is that TikTok, you only have 1 minute max in your videos. That's how long your video is. So I decided to take advantage of that, and I thought, well, why don't I teach people how to play songs in less than a minute and see which ones don't take a lot of time. So I figured I just look at just doing like songs that only have like 3-4 chords or whatever, and just the ones that you just repeat over and over again. So I just did that. So it started off. What did I do? Was that YouTube? I think it was YouTube with or without you. I think that was my first video. If not, someone please correct me. But that was my first video I did, and I did with or without you, and then just posted on TikTok, and then okay, well, so I did that, and then I got into other artists too, like Taylor Swift. So I kept going, and then one of my good friends from Vancouver, who also subscribed to my TikTok channel as well, she said, "I love this series. Keep it up." And then as time went by, I for some reason I started getting like more and more followers. Like, and honestly, I think it's just because it might just be because I was trying my best to be very consistent, but also at the same time I just getting myself out there. And I think at the same time too, there's a market for people who want to learn stuff. That's what it is in general. Like how-to tutorials are always, I think they are very handy, and I have to I have to give my salutes to even the YouTubers out there who do make the time to do tutorials in general. It doesn't matter if it's just music. There are people who have actually done like how to fix a car, or how to do hardwood floors, how to fix a birdhouse, just like other stuff like that. I give credit to those people because that's a lot of work behind the scenes. And I hope that all you YouTubers out there who do that, all you TikTokers or whoever who do tutorial stuff, I hope you guys continue to succeed, because I think you guys got a good thing going on. So for myself, I am so thankful that my followers have actually increased big time on TikTok, because when I first had TikTok, I mean, like everybody else, I used it for a bunch of random stuff. I just posted whatever I felt like posting. So for me, but I didn't want to do like loads of nonsense all the time, right? I mean, I'll admit, even though I know it might be cute to some of you guys, I have to look back and facepalm a little bit on my end, being like, oh my goodness, why did I have a video of like a duck walking around, and I have like Slipknot's music playing in the background too, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. But I didn't know what to do at that time, right? But but again, it's all thanks to you guys for your kind responses when you told me that you really liked that 1 minute series on my TikTok channel about how to play these songs that only take less than a minute. So again, it's because of your guys' kind responses out here on the interwebs. I thank you guys for that, and it helps keep me going. And let's see. So as of today, December 28th, 2020, I actually have 18,700 followers right now. Again, thanks to you guys. You guys made it happen. It wasn't me. It was you guys that made it happen. So props to you all. Now, gig-wise, what did it exactly did I do besides streaming? Well, I mean, I did a little bit of real life, like in-person gigs actually. So my bandmates and I from the Naturals, we ended up doing a few outdoor concert series because according we were actually okay to do live music outside as long as it's very low key and you're just only playing for a limited time. So yeah, so my bandmates and I from the Naturals, we actually played outdoors. That was funded by a neighborhood business association, and they had the budget to hire musicians to play out there, for a few times. So we actually did, and I thought that was a great time, honestly. So I was fortunate. That was the only closest thing I could ever do when it comes to playing live music. That's it. But I was so thankful that I had the opportunity. So But of course, when fall and winter hit, we couldn't do any live performances anymore. So it's been quite. That's where it can get a little bit discouraging, right? Because I know we all get we I think we all musicians understand that the pain that we want our normal lives back again. I totally get that. But at the same time, for at least for myself, I'm trying really hard to, at least for me doing my part to, not get ourselves, put ourselves in danger in terms of, the possibility of getting sick and all that. For me as someone who hates getting sick, I really do feel like I needed to, protect myself at least, right? So to do our part to help stop the spread. Unfortunately, uh, even though like it has impacted the live music part of things, and because we're always just so used to getting together in groups, right, and in our band, and just connecting with audiences. We all miss that. And for myself, I miss that as well. I really do. I think one of the unique things though that really did help me, even though I can't play with a band, was looking back. I've discovered that cool thing where this cool musician named Joseph, aka JCV 47 Music, he hosted a really cool thing called Virtual Open Mic Night on exclusively on Instagram, where you go on Instagram Live with a guy and you just play a few songs and in front of a really cool audience who were so supportive. For me, being that, for me, who's only as myself, I've only been locally well known, right? And being locally well known, I've always just stuck with my local scene, right? I didn't really go outside my bubble, my Vancouver bubble, until this pandemic really pushed me to that. So I thought that was great that I was able to get myself out there a little bit more this year. And honestly, I had to find some way to be creative about that to get myself out there. So, yeah. I I felt like with the virtual open mic night, I felt very welcome. I felt like I have a brand new community I've connected with. My community circles have pretty much expanded in a way, and I thought that was awesome. And I made new friends since then. And it's great, people from different backgrounds, different ages, different countries, right? And just all for the common love for music. And I'm really thankful for that. So again, going back to Joseph, JCV47 Music, thank you again, my friend. You have done great work. Uh, Evan, on, hold on. Yes, Evan on TikTok says, "What time is it for you?" Over here in Vancouver, Canada, right now it is 9:21 p.m. So that's the time right now, as of December 28th, 2020. It's 9:21 p.m. right now as I'm talking. There you go. So the virtual open mic night on Instagram that I was on quite a number of times has been a great community for me. Like I said, for me being a people person, it's great to meet new people, but it's just more exciting when I'm talking to people from different parts of the world. And it's good to explore different musical tastes, different interests and everything. And like I said, like things are. I know, and I know from experience as well. Other cities outside Vancouver, they're different. Like people's taste in music is it's different compared to what we have here in my town. And I think that's why when people say you got to get yourself out there, go beyond your hometown. Honestly, yeah, I agree with that. Like I couldn't like it couldn't get any more truer than that. So yeah, if you really do want to get yourself out there, guys, honestly, like yeah, like do just do things like streaming and all that, and see who enjoys your stuff. And I think that's great as long as you're consistent. Who you find out who what's your greatest strength and all that stuff. I think yeah, you'll be fine, honestly. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, so speaking of streaming too, I discovered Twitch this year because of the pandemic as well. So again, if it wasn't for Twitch and like I would not have met some. I would not have met some really cool people out there. Mainly the musicians I connected on Twitch. They're just amazing people and very talented as well. And they've been doing Twitch longer than I have. I've only just started Twitch like just a couple months ago. So I'm still new to it, but again, I'm just so glad I get to be on this platform now to just broadcast myself out here and just being able to uh, just talk to you guys, entertain you guys in every way I can. I think the most fun part I do have when it comes to streaming myself on both Twitch and TikTok is doing not just my Music Talk Mondays here every Monday, but also doing things like streaming myself playing piano, streaming myself playing guitar, singing, karaoke, whatever, it's great. I this is one of those things I do find that despite this crazy pandemic, it's actually helped. But what has helped me was doing all these online platforms to get myself out there more. So in a way, like despite the difficulties that we are facing in 2020, I will say there are some interesting things that came out of it, and that has been really helpful. But what I'm hoping in this new year is that despite things, if when things do slowly go back to normal again, or at least have a sense of normalcy, I hope that whatever I've learned this year in 2020, streaming wise, online platform wise, friendship wise too, it's gonna help me along the way as I do go back to say regular gigs and all that stuff. But I hope this will bring some brand new value to me, and I think so far it already has. So that's been yeah. So it's quite an interesting year, like to say, yeah, like it. But I'm really glad where I am at right now, musically speaking. Just being able to connect with you guys, because again, it's great. So another thing that I do give thanks to are the podcasters, interviewers, media personalities who took the time to interview me too during this year. Of course, I want to give a shout to Christine Planchette, who, of course, runs a really cool talk show called The Closing Act. I was one of her guests early this year in 2020, January 2020, actually. So it's almost a year now. But it was great to talk to Christine, and I was talking to her about my music career and all that stuff, and it was so cool to get to know her as well. She's a very, very sweet lady. Yes, she's amazing. So, Christine, thank you so much for that, for the interview. I also want to give a shout out to Brandon from Audio Addiction. He is another great interviewer as well, a great podcaster. He has some great stuff on YouTube. Make sure you check out Audio Addiction. It's a really great channel. Brandon interviews amazing, talented artists, but I was so thankful that he interviewed me too. It was February of it was either late January or February of this year, I think. One of those days. But anyways, yeah. But Brandon has been such a very kind guy who is so supportive of all the stuff I've been doing as well. So Brandon, you rock, man. I really appreciate that also. Who else? Yes, and EJ Safner on Instagram as well. She interviewed me, who is based from the United States. So both Brandon from Audio Addiction and EJ Safner both are based in the United States. So that was my first time being interviewed by American podcasters. And I look back at that, I'm just like, it's been great. It's been amazing. So anyways, yeah, guys, I really feel like what's been going on to on that part, I'm just mind blown. That's basically that's why I'm pausing a little bit. It's like because I'm just kind of mind blown by this whole thing. Yeah, I got a little nice interesting message though. TikTok notif alert says, due to the community guidelines, your live stream will be banned. I don't think that looks like a fake account, to be honest with you though. Like, yeah, sorry. Sometimes like I find that on TikTok, I may get some like fake messages saying that due to community guidelines, my live stream will be banned. it's kind of weird because I don't know what I did, what I would. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyways, hopefully this doesn't. This was a fake message, but it looks like the account's fake anyways too. Um, TikTok notif alert. Hopefully that's not. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens after this podcast is over, guys. We'll see. um. So I also want to thank who else was it that interviewed me? Oh yes, of course. Young Pop. Young Pop is another great podcaster on Instagram. It's PopTunes underscore IG. I think that's his username. But yeah, Young Pop is a great interviewer as well. He interviewed me on Instagram not too long ago, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool to talk to the guy. I know he wants me in for another episode down the road. So, Young Pop, we will make that happen, my friend. It will happen. Another interviewer I do want to thank is Brandy, who's based in Vancouver. Brandy interviewed me on was it the Teen Wealth radio talk show? So we were just talking about my music career as well, and I was glad to talk to her about all the stuff I do, my projects, Cry of Silence and The Naturals and all that. So it was really cool to talk to various podcasters, basically, and I was really glad that I get to get myself out there. And I just want to thank all you listeners too who tune in every time whenever I do get interviewed. That you get to know me a little bit more about my personal musical journey. So I'm really thankful for that. Seriously, it's awesome. Of course, I was fortunate enough to also be able to do a couple of live stream shows where I'm performing too, not just on Twitch and TikTok, but I've also been performing live on Facebook and on Instagram as well. So you guys have been so awesome in just coming in, watch what I do, and all that. So for that, I thank you guys so much. And thanks for everyone who've also kindly donated to me as well. Like I said, if you do want to support me, I do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/EddieLamMusic. I do have details on there about what kind of deals I have. If you just want to do general donations, again, paypal.me is my PayPal, so check that out as well. But yeah. Okay, so how can I conclude this whole thing? Well, like I said, a lot of this stuff is very, very online based, right? In terms of my musical journey, so that part has been very successful. Again, I'm thankful to everybody on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and people on all platforms for you guys' support, especially, of course, my hometown friends as well, hometown friends and family who are my followers. You guys are always going to be the reason why I do what I do, because of your guys' ongoing support. So, yeah. And yeah, of course, I also what else should I say? Yeah, well, I think another cool opportunity too was for myself, my personal life. Who may not know, people who don't know, I also started teaching music since late October. So I took on a job in the Vancouver area where I work at this music school part time. Teaching a good handful of students how to play beginner's guitar, beginner's piano, and singing as well. And all my students have been excellent people. So, yes. So if any of my students are listening to this podcast right now, thank you so much. You guys are amazing people. Also got personal students outside the school as well, and you guys have been amazing students also. Especially there's a couple of students I have in the United States that are great people, honestly, like amazing human beings. So thank you guys for that. So being a music teacher, honestly, it's been like, it feels really rewarding. Honestly, I was really happy about that, about just being able to teach a new generation of students how to play music and just enjoy music as well too. And I want to give it a very nice experience, right? So, yeah, and this, like I said, despite everything that's going on around the world, again, how can I conclude by saying this? I'm going to conclude this portion of the talk by saying I'm so glad to be surrounded by you guys, all my followers, all my friends and family who have watched my musical journey or have been involved with my musical journey. You guys are the reason why I keep doing what I do. And of course, my dear wife, she's been my number one supporter. since the beginning as well, and so I thank her for all her love, obviously, but of course, just being so supportive of everything that I've been doing, and she's also entertained by the musical stuff I do as well, so it's awesome. And yes, all you people on here, I don't know where I'd be without you guys. Seriously, I do mean it when I say that. I do mean that. So, thank you all, thank you all. But honestly, in 2021, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. I Our lives may change again somehow. Things may be a little bit different. But despite not knowing what's going to happen, guys, I'm just going to say it right now. As long as we actually have each other and we seek each other to support each other somehow, I think we can get through this. I strongly feel we can get through this. I believe so. But it all starts with being there for each other, being supportive for each other, being supportive of one another, and look out for each other. I hope you guys continue to do that. I think 2021 will be successful if we keep up that good habit. So just my conclusion of that portion of the talk. Thank you guys for listening. And now we're going to go to the fun part, open Q&A from you, the audience. Let's do that. So, let's go through the questions here. So Evan is asking, what's my favorite type of music and who's my favorite? So for the longest time, I've been more of a rocker kind of kid. So I was into some really cool, heavy rock bands. I was into Guns N' Roses as a kid. I liked Nirvana, like Weezer, Smashing Pumpkins, Green Day, you name it. And of course, I was a sucker for new metal and pop punk when I was like in my later teens. And around that time, that's when I started wanting to take, play music and take it more seriously. So, of course, in my later years, I also want to listen to like cool bands like My Chemical Romance, and then I also got into more of like the Warped Tour bands as well. Like I listened to a little bit of All Time Low, but then I got into Sleeping with Sirens for a little while, and of course, Bring Me the Horizon is one of my personal favorites within that genre, that part of the scene. So I got 2 Bring Me the Horizon albums actually, although I need to check out the newer ones as well because I hear some cool reviews on it. I know to some people it's pretty hit and miss with Bring Me the Horizon, but for me, I can be. I'll put it this way: I can be a bit of a music snob, but at the same time, I am pretty easygoing. So, just putting myself out there for that. And of course, like I was a rocker kid, but I also loved hip hop as well. So it would be like Kanye West. Actually, no, sorry, not Kanye West. It would be Jay-Z. Sorry, yeah. I like some Kanye songs, but not all Kanye songs. But Jay-Z is one of my personal favorites. Beastie Boys, of course. Eminem, great artists. I also, of course, like LL Cool J. And what else is there? Of course, some NWA, just to be a little bit edgy. I also, I also do enjoy some stuff by, like I said, a little bit of Kanye West, but only because, depending on his songs. But I did see, like I said before, I did see the Jay-Z and Kanye West concert when they were co-headlining or they were collabing together. So that was a fun concert. I'm not gonna lie, it was great. And Christopher is asking, what instrument do I prefer, and do I play in a band? Yes. So for those who don't know, I do play in a couple of bands. I play in a band called Cry of Silence. We're an all-Asian rock band from Vancouver, Canada. And I also play in a cover band called The Naturals. And The Naturals and I, we're actually known for being organizers and hosts for this thing called live band karaoke. Basically what it is we play the songs and you just come up on stage and sing with us. That's how it works. So instead of karaoke where you're singing with live backtracks, you are actually singing with a live band. So which means you actually get to feel like you are a musician, basically. But, the cool thing is it doesn't matter if you're a pro musician or if you're just a regular, non-musician person. The main thing is we just let you come up and on stage and just have a good time with us. That's all it is basically, and that's what I love about the whole live band karaoke experience. I also do a spin-off of that called Piano Karaoke Night. That's my own personal baby, but you get the same songs except it's like a more piano lounge version of it basically. So once live shows become a thing again, of course, I want to make all this stuff happen again, right? Piano karaoke night, live band karaoke, playing for weddings and special occasions of every kind. Hopefully that'll be a thing again. So yeah, that's thank you so much, Christopher, on TikTok for asking that question. I hope you have a very wonderful. Hope you had a really wonderful Christmas, especially to everybody else too. I hope you guys had a really wonderful Christmas that last week, and hopefully your New Year's party. Well, I guess personal New Year's party, in the social distance matter will be a good one as well. Yes. So, oh yeah, actually, I should mention this too. During the pandemic of 2020, I was actually fortunate enough to release a couple of stuff with my band Cry of Silence. So we have a new song out on our YouTube channel. It's called "Don't Want You Near," December 31st, as subtitled, because it's based on a true story about somebody who got stood up on New Year's Eve. So there you go. Good song to check out. So our lyric video for that is on YouTube. So look up "Cry of Silence, Don't Want You Near." The song's on there. Oh yeah, big shout out again to our friend Brandon who interviewed me a little while back. He also did a reaction video to that song too, which is awesome. And the other one that we did with Cry of Silence, that we did a cover of Sunglasses at Night. So that's also on our YouTube channel as well. Make sure you check that out. This one's got more of a heavy rock edge to it, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Again, big props to my guitar player, Isaac Fang, for being such a tremendous, amazing guitar player. The solos were spot on in my personal opinion. They're great, and he always adds like different elements guitar wise to our songs. So I always give him props for that. And he is actually he also has an Instagram channel as well. So yeah, make sure you look up Isaac Fang Music. So he's on there. Cool. Yes, if you guys have any more questions for me, it is open Q&A right now. So let me know what you want to know about me. Oh, also, maybe I should do this too. I'll interact with you guys in return. What are your guys' plans? Actually, well, I think we all know what's our plans for New Year's Eve. But well, yeah, what are you doing on New Year's Eve? And secondly, what is your goal for 2021? Doesn't have to be like anything, fancy, but whatever it is, just let me know. Let me know what your goal is for 2021. Anything specific that you guys have? Let me know. I think my goal for the new year, I would say, is just continue to create more content. Honestly, get myself out there more, and hopefully, I mean, there's a little part of me that feels like, being able to, with me teaching music now, it's been great, a great experience. Hopefully, my goal is to advance my teaching skills a bit more, because like if I ever do end up getting more new students, then at least, I know how to work with different kinds of people, basically. So, again, teaching is a really cool experience, but at the same time, it's a great learning experience where you get to know different types of people that you do teach. My students vary in age, so I have both adult students and also younger students as young as 6 years old, and then, of course, the majority are in high school. So it's a nice variety of demographic of my students, but it helps you get to learn how the human mind works at certain ages as well, and so it helps you to learn how to interact with them properly too. All right, Evan says, honestly, Evan on TikTok says, quote, honestly, my goal is to just get back in sports. COVID messed it up this year. Cool, Evan. Honestly, that is a great goal for the new year. So hopefully that will work out for you, my friend. Actually, I'll ask you this, Evan. What sport do you play? Let me know. For me, sport-wise, actually, I wasn't. I mean, I was. I'll openly admit I was not really that athletic, but I did know how to have a good time though. So some of my favorite sports I love playing I actually enjoyed playing volleyball. That was my personal favorite. Badminton. I used to be very sloppy at badminton, for the longest time. But then, like for some reason, like I thought, like because because I didn't have too much experience with badminton, right? So I thought, oh, I'll yeah, just throw the birdie up, just hit it, and that's it. You should be fine, right? Well, it turns out I don't know. I had a really bad aim. Like I have no idea, what what was going on. But then so over I had to like practice on my own time as well and try to get better at it. So luckily I did. I actually managed to get much better. But like I said, I'm not really the most athletic guy in in the universe, but we tried. But for me, like at least I had a great time. As soon as I get better at it and stuff. Evan says he wants to learn some more Johnny Cash. Hopefully, if I find another Johnny Cash song that's easy to teach, Evan, I will do my best. Evan says he plays baseball and wrestles. Nice, awesome, man. I saw a baseball game here in my hometown when I was a kid at the BC Place Stadium. I forgot which team was playing, but I remember how fun it was just to watch a live baseball game. It's amazing. And you wrestle. So, are we talking like Olympic wrestling? Or are we talking about WWE, AEW styled wrestling? Let me know. And yes, folks, it is true. I am a huge sucker for wrestling. I do watch Monday Night Raw when I can. I do watch AEW Dynamite when I can as well. Never really got too much into WCW, although I was in the loop during that time when I saw what happened, like Hulk Hogan turning into a bad guy back in the mid-90s, and of course, the NWO became such a huge thing as well, so everybody loved the NWO. And, okay, Evan says Olympic wrestling. Okay, so the real wrestling stuff, not the pro wrestling. Awesome. Christopher says, easy Johnny Cash song to learn is Hurt. Yes, which is made famous by, yes, Johnny Cash made it really popular, but of course we all got to give credit to Nine Inch Nails. Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor is a genius, and I give him credit for also writing the background music for the Facebook movie, The Social Network. It is outstanding. I actually remember one of our local radio stations here is a college radio station, but it's more like a community radio station where both students and any citizen in Vancouver can run a program at that station. But this one guy at our the university radio station was known for airing soundtracks, just soundtrack music basically. So one time this guy actually aired the background music theme to The Social Network, and yeah, it's actually pretty darn good. Like Trent Reznor is a genius. Oh yes. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool seeing like people on TikTok interacting with each other as well. So I'm really glad you guys are connecting with each other too. At least it helps me know that you guys are creating like this cool community of guitar players with each other. So yeah. Yeah. So actually, what be another question I'll ask you guys. What song did you enjoy this year? It doesn't have to be something that just got newly released, but what song? It doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be like a 2020 song, but what song did you discover this year? Even if it's like an oldie or a new one, which one did you discover that you're like, oh my goodness, I never knew this song existed, but I'm liking it. Let me know what it is, or maybe it's a song that you just got back into listening to again. Even let me know what it is, and I would love to hear song suggestions from you guys. Let me know. I would love to hear from y'all. So actually, what I did on my YouTube channel, I actually did a cover of All Time Low's new song Monsters. I just love it because it's just so freaking catchy. So I figured I gotta cover this. So I have an acoustic version of it on my YouTube channel. So yeah, make sure you check it out. My cover of Monsters. I do play it live sometimes on my live streams here. So yeah, check out my live streams and I will try to play it to you guys. Evan says that he got into country big time. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So I know people have become become big Johnny Cash fans, and it's really awesome to see that. So, Evan, that's you got some good taste, my friend. You know what's really cool? I last year I just started re-listening to a little bit of Luke Bryan. So I was listening to the song "Play It Again" because it was playing on the radio on our local country station here, and I was just like, "Oh, this song actually." I totally forgot about this song. It actually sounds really nice, and so I'll cover it from time to time whenever I get the chance to. It's on my YouTube channel where I use the app Smule, the karaoke app where you pretend to duet with your favorite celebrities. So Luke Bryan actually did one on Smule where you can pretend to sing "Play It Again" with him. So technically you're singing with him, but you're not doing it in real life. But it's actually still pretty cool nonetheless. Yeah. So let's see. What else can we talk about, y'all? Oh, okay. Here is another question for you guys right here. Do you guys have also any new other musical goals? So, are you guys planning on recording? Are you guys planning on streaming yourself out there? Because I know that right now bands can't really play live gigs right now. But if you're a solo act or if you're in a band, do you guys plan to do more streaming or do you just upload content on YouTube? What do you guys do? Let me know. So I find that so I know that Christopher here on TikTok's talking about Kpo and all that, and so I know a lot of people have asked me about this. Where can you get a Kpo? So Kpos are available usually at your local musical instrument shops, and they do cost about, I'd say, around the $20 range. So it depends which one you get. My personal favorite capo that I have is this guy right here. This is the Kyser. How do you pronounce it? Kaiser? I don't know how you pronounce it, but my apologies if I mispronounce it. But yeah, Kaiser, this is my kind of capo. So you just open this capo here, and you just clamp it on, let go and clamp it on whichever fret you put it on. So pretty easy. I know people were talking about some of those other capos where well, my first one I've ever had, it was like this little strap thingy with a metal on it, and it was it was okay, but it wasn't like strong, you know. But back then, you know, I didn't have a lot of money, so like, you know, because I was still a student during that time too, so didn't pay a whole lot for that one. So it was one of those cheap capos. And then, but I know some people have those ones where you twist it, like you wind something down and it locks it even more. In terms of security, I think that does help a lot. But I think the reason why I like this one better is because this guy here, I just like pretty much just grab the handles like this, and it opens. And if I want to move on to a different fret, then I just move it on very quickly, and then you let go, and then that's it. So, oh, Evan says he's got the same one too. That is awesome. I'm so glad you got the same capo as well. Yeah, is it silver colored as well? Let me know, Evan. That's awesome. Yeah. So, yeah. So for me, it's just faster to get from one fret to another. If I want to do say, I do one song in my set where I put this on capo, say capo number on capo fret 2. So put on there, and then after I'm done with that song, if my next song's on say capo 4, then I just move it up to fret number 4, let go, boom, that's it, ready and good to go. So that's just my personal preference. I guess for me, I don't want to take too long in between songs, right? So, but if I do need a bit of setup in between songs, I'm gonna try my best to multitask and talk to the audience while that's happening. So multitasking, everybody. Oh, okay. Evan says he has the red wood color version of this capo here. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I think what's interesting actually. Sometimes, if you ever go to open mic nights, for instance, or you play any gigs, you may run into another fellow guitar player who may have the same capo as you. So my personal advice, I say that would actually work, is if you have little stickers of any kind to label to indicate that it's your capo, do that. Just put little stickers on here, or if you can, grab a little white tape of some kind and maybe just write your name on it as well. That also helps. So, because one time, one of my friends thought it like this was my actually no, not this one. I had a different capo before, but a friend of mine and I we had the same capo at an open mic night, and then like he's like, "Oh, dude, isn't this my capo?" It's like, "No, this one's mine." And then like eventually he found his. He's like, "Oh, sorry, mine was over there the whole time." And so so that's why I think it's great. Yeah, like you don't want to run into a situation where you accidentally took someone else's capo by mistake. So label your capos the best to your ability and to make sure it's yours. And that way, if you ever lose it one day and you want to try to find it, at least you know how you can describe it. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you guys. Hopefully that's a good advice for y'all. All right. Yeah. So let me. You guys got any more questions? Feel free to type it in the comment sections below. And Ben is here on TikTok as well. Uh, Ben Rampert is also a fellow musician from Vancouver. I know I always give him a shout out, but I should because this guy's my homeboy in my hometown. So Ben is a musician from Vancouver, writes songs as well. Really cool dude. Cool tall dude. So make sure you check him out. You can follow him on Facebook and all that stuff, or follow him here on TikTok. Yes, love you too, Ben. Really appreciate that so much, man. Ben has also been a loyal follower. Been checking out my podcast here as well. So make sure you give him a follow in return. Check out his musical content. Evan says, "What's my favorite guitar that I own?" So my electric guitar right now is a what's that company called? AJ. It was like AJF or something like that. But it's one of those not so well known guitar brands. But I own it because I want to support non-mainstream guitar brands because I mean everyone has a Fender, everyone's got like Les Pauls and all that stuff. But I wanted to do something different. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to be a little bit unique in my own personal way, just because but mainly for the sake of supporting businesses that need a bit more support, and they're good quality too. Like that's all it is. But my favorite electric guitar that I still have up to this day, but it's actually at my jam space right now. But I got the Silvertone Apocalypse, which if you guys haven't seen it, Google it. I'm gonna tell you guys, Google that guitar, Silvertone Apocalypse. It's almost like something. Oh yeah, actually, it's something that Kiss, Paul Stanley from Kiss, actually had before too. He's got the same model as well, but or someone once told me it looks like something Batman would own because it has this really cool shape, But look it up. Google Silvertone Apocalypse Special. Great guitar in terms of looks. Tone's actually all right, but I only use that if I want to do, say, like, if I want to do Kiss songs or if I want to do some heavy stuff, basically. But not ideal image-wise to do things like blues or, anything like that. Like, I always like to try to use the right guitar for the right gig, basically. So, yeah. Other electrics I do own, I do have a Yamaha Pacifica, which I bought from an old friend of mine many years ago, like over a decade ago. Sold it to me cheap, but still sounds great. But although I haven't touched it in a while, but I should try to revive that again. Maybe I'll get some maintenance done and see, just to see if there's anything that needs fixing. But regardless, yeah, I think like here's the thing for me. I personally think it's important that we should try to have at least more than one electric guitars as a guitar player. Because here's the thing, if I ever break a string, even if you've replaced a string the night before your gig, but if I do end up breaking a string, I think it's good to have an extra guitar handy. So at least that way, when you break a string, all you gotta do is just take off that old guitar, put a new one, plug that new one in, and then you just rock it out, and that's it. You're good to go. That's how I would handle it. I mean, putting on a new string's one thing, but like, do you really want to spend like minutes doing that while the audience is waiting? Really? So I would say preparation-wise, have an extra guitar handy, just in case. That's just me. You can also rent electric guitars too at guitar shops. I know for like those big shops like Lon McQuaid, you can rent an electric guitar really easily, for sure. But I think Guitar Center in the States, I think they do that as well. So Yeah. Uh, Ben's asking, what's the name of the app? Uh, the app. Okay, depends on the app, but you're talking about Ben. But um, I think when it comes to oh, actually, yes. So here's a really great app that you should definitely check out. Guitar Tuna is my favorite guitar tuning app. That's the one you should definitely check out. It's free to download, and yeah, it's if you don't have a tuner, then at least get an app for that. It'll help you guys along the way. It's actually pretty cool. Not bad for a free app, honestly. Christopher's asking. Oh, actually, no. Christopher's saying, "I'm such a big country music fan that I have a Martin DX Johnny Cash acoustic." That is awesome, Christopher. That is amazing. I'm really glad that you uh, got something like that. That is so cool. Um, Now, if any has anyone actually ever seen? If you guys haven't seen this guy yet, I would recommend this guy. Years ago, I discovered this really cool acoustic fingerstyle guitar player named Don Ross, who is probably one of the best acoustic guitar players in Canada, or maybe even in the world. Period. My personal favorite. I might be sounding a little bit biased because he is Canadian. I'm Canadian as well, but I'm just telling you guys, Don Ross is a great artist to check out. He is gonna blow your guys' minds. Just so you know. Arto15 says, love your videos. Thank you so much, Arto15. Thank you so much for enjoying my videos. I'm glad you enjoy my tutorials. Hopefully they are very handy with you guys. So yeah. Evan says he has a Fender acoustic and a Les Paul standard. That's awesome. Awesome, Evan. Ooh, here's a question for you guys, and you can answer it to me if you want. If you guys are electric guitar players, what kind of pedals do you have? Or even if you're an acoustic guitar player and you got pedals as well, let me know what it is that you have pedal-wise. I would love to know about pedals and stuff. Because for me, I'm not really too pedal picky. Maybe a little bit when it comes to distortion pedals. But I'm very easygoing when it comes to chorus pedals, delay pedals, and all that stuff. Well, I mean, right now, like, I actually, what do I have right now? So my roster of pedals are, I got Turbo Distortion from Boss. I got the Polytune tuner, which is a very handy tuner, by the way. I also got the Hardwire Distortion, which is great. Again, big thanks to my guitar player, Isaac, for selling that to me last year. All right, let me just hydrate a little bit first. Again, big shout out to Isaac for giving me that pedal, selling it to me last year. Another great pedal, too, I do have is the Liquid Quartz. It's amazing. Really cool when you play 80s stuff. And the other one I also have is I got the Angry Fuzz from Visual Sound, which is great for doing, like, Jimi Hendrix and Neil Young stuff. Seriously, it's great. For delay, I actually have the Line 6 DL4, which is that green pedal, or as I also call it, it's the loop pedal, because you can also do things like record yourself for 7 seconds, and then is it for 7 seconds? No, for 14 seconds approximately. Approximately 8 bars of music, depending on how fast you play the songs. But yeah, so you just record yourself, and then it plays and it loops what you've recorded, basically. So ideal for hip hop artists as well. It's great. Christopher says, I don't really care for pedals. I love the sound I get when I plug straight into the amp. Yeah, and that's totally cool, Christopher. Yeah, like, not everyone's a pedal kind of person, and honestly, like, if your setup is very simple, if you don't need all that setup, then honestly, that's great. So yeah, but I always find that having a little bit of reverb always helps too. It makes it sound a little bit more cool, a little more professional too. So yeah, and I think that's probably one of my if I were to like go get like another pedal for myself down the road, I would probably consider getting myself a reverb pedal. I mean, even though my amps have reverb built into them, I really feel like it'd be kind of cool to have a little bit of like reverb pedal wise, just so that way it's easier for me to control. because I don't want to walk all the way back, all the way to my amp and then adjust the reverb level from there, and then you just go back. I don't really want to do that. So yeah, that's just me though. I used to actually no, I still might have it at my parents' house actually, but I did use a wireless for a little bit too, and I don't know, but I didn't really use it too much because I didn't play a whole lot of large scale gigs, right? So I mean, I should have used it when I had the chance because I've played some large stages over the last couple of years, but if I'm when I'm able to go and pick that up again to see if it still works, of course, I would like to get my old wireless back, and I would just love to rock it out next time I do gigs again in the future. So we'll see how it goes. All right. So let me lay on some more questions on me, guys. I would love to hear more from you. Again, for those who just popped in, it is my weekly podcast on Mondays called Music Talk Mondays, where we just talk about all things related to music. So whether we talk about our favorite artists, bands, instruments, songs, albums, soundtracks, you name it, we'll talk about it as much as we can to the best of my abilities. Christopher on TikTok's asking, what amps do I use? Well, my amp right now, I use a Trainer amp. Very nice and simple. It's great on stage and everything. I used to have a Trainer, kind of like a practice amp, basically. It was okay, but I figured it'd be kind of cool to have something like that, just because if I needed to practice on my own at home, if I can't go to my jam space, the little amp would be handy. I've used it for gigs before, and honestly, it's not really the best idea because the sound quality is not really quite there. So I got rid of that one eventually, but then I got this really cool, bigger Trainer amp that I use for my live shows now. It's kind of like my go-to more than even than this other one I have. I'll explain more about my other one I have, but I also got so this Trainer amp that I'm using now is perfect for not so large venues. So it's been great, and it sounds great too. That's all I can say. Distortion channel is excellent as well. I also the other amp I have, well, it's not really an amp. It's a big Kahuna. It is a PV Musician Mark III series guitar head. It's 1978. It is heavy, literally heavy, not metal wise, but heavy metal wise, but the actual guitar head is actually pretty heavy. Weighs quite a bit. So, but that is what I've been using for the last more than 10 years now, and still works great. And I connected to a speaker cab that has wheels on it. Again, big thanks to my old friend named Dan. Not my old Crowd Sounds bandmate Dan Roxas, but this other guy named Dan Howes, who's been supportive too. He sold me that guitar head and cab, so I was really thankful to have something like that. It's been really cool. But right now it's still in my jam space. I actually shared a gear with a music school who we shared a space with. Horizon School of Music. That's the name of the school. Evan says, keep up the amazing content, my man. Thank you, Evan. Thank you as well. Keep up the amazing support. You are awesome. I also do have a bass amp as well. I got it last year from a was it last year? No, you know what? I got it. No, it actually was last year, but I got it from a really cool sale where I got it cheap. What brand is it? Was it? I want to say, it's been a long time since I've actually went to my jam space, right? But this amp I got is just so huge. It weighs a ton, but I only got it for $192, which is amazing. It's a steal, but it works great, honestly. And I really do hope that I will do. I will use it more often, hopefully in the new year. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's just great to be able to also play bass as well. I love playing bass. I got more into playing bass again last year, basically, only because one of my good friends, who's also I consider a mentor in the music scene, named Sammy. He asked me to play bass for him for a few different gigs, quite a few times, and I was on board with it. I knew a lot of the same songs he plays, so yeah, no rehearsal required, honestly, because we knew the same songs. It's great. It's great to be in a band like that too. Of course, Super Shady on TikTok is online and is saying hi. Hello, Super Shady 4444. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Yes, thank you so much for tuning into my podcast and popping by. Open Q&A, of course. Ask me any questions you want, and let's talk about it. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, yes, I was playing bass a lot last year as well, just because I was helping my friend's band. Uh, and it's been, yeah, like I said, it's been such a great experience. Honestly, I love it. And you know when playing bass too, like you don't have to worry too much about gear as well. Like I know there are some bass players out there who love like different pedals and all that stuff, uh, but if you're not that kind of person that needs a lot of that, then honestly, playing bass will be very simple. Although I heard the bass player from Mariana's Trench actually DIs his bass. So that's what he said in an interview one time. I forgot which interview it was, but I remember he said something like, "Oh yeah, I actually just DI my bass and that's it." I'm like, "Oh, so no amp required," which is really crazy. So any bass players who've done that and have gotten away with it, or I guess have been successful with it, rather, my hats off to you guys. That is a very easy job in that department. I mean, for me, like I always felt like I carry one of the most amount of gear. Although I would say my drummers for both bands I play in, they carry the most amount of gear because it's like you have a lot to set up, right? But for me even as a both keyboard player and guitar player, I have a lot to carry, man. It's like I got like not only my keyboards, but I also have to grab my guitar, my amp, and my pedals. So of course my plugs, extension cords, all that stuff too, cables. That's still a lot to carry. So yeah. Oh, it's too much. B Money 0000 says, "Hey, super new to TikTok. Love your content, and I have a super beginner question." B Money, ask away, my friend. This is why we're here. We're here to talk about these things, right? So, whatever question you got, B Money. You say it's super beginner. It doesn't matter to me, man. You can ask me any question you want, beginner wise. Because remember, we've all been there at one point. I was a beginner. I was a stupid young kid. Okay, I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't care what I say about myself. Yeah, I was a pretty stupid kid. So, but we all learn from our stupidity and get better afterwards, right? So yeah. All right. So just waiting on B Money's question, and we will discuss further on that topic. So there you go. But going back to what I was saying, yes, playing bass is actually it's really fun. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's really satisfying for me. But although I can't play like Geddy Lee, I can't do like funky slap bass lines like Bootsy Collins or people like that. But like for me, when it comes to just playing hit songs just to complement the chords and all that, I can definitely do that for sure. B Money says, "I always wanted to learn guitar. I recently got an acoustic guitar. Now what? Like, where should I start?" B Money, that is a very great question, actually. There's some really great videos on YouTube for sure that can teach you how to play guitar chords. So yes, but you know what I can also do too. I can probably, if you ever want to, B Money. If you're officially following me on TikTok, let me follow you back. I would love to show you some of the content, some of my content I've given to my students, and show you how I play certain chords as well. So I'll give you some beginner chords to look at. Have a look at it and let me know if you like it or not. So there you go. Hope that helps. Hope that helps you, B Money. I would love to help you out, man. So yeah. Well, I guess the first thing I should probably say is make sure your guitar is properly tuned. So, of course, I can't help you that in person, but of course, like music shops can help. I'm sure the people in the guitar departments, they'll be able to help you tune a guitar properly. If you have any friends or family within your neighborhood or your area, wherever you live at, that can help you with that also. Hopefully, yeah, they can help you out, man. But other than that, I got some basic chords that you can learn as well. So I'll try to hit you up, B Money. Again, congratulations on getting your first guitar. That's awesome, man. That is completely awesome. Actually, guys, if you can, please type in congratulations to B Money for his first guitar. If you can do that right now on TikTok, that'd be great. And all you people on Twitch as well, if you want to type in saying congratulations to B Money for his new guitar, that'd be awesome. So yes, yeah, of course, yeah. So like I said, yeah, the first most important thing is when you get your first guitar, make sure it's properly tuned first before you can start playing chords. So there you go. And yeah, get a tuner. Honestly, you can either buy like a cheap one for sure, or like I said, you can download the app called Guitar Tuna. It's free on your and to download on your mobile phone. So yeah, check it out. Okay. Yeah, Super Shady is congratulating B Money. Yes, awesome. Again, guys, like I said, we want to be a really supportive community where we're here for each other. We're supporting each other in every way we can. This is a really cool space for people to discuss things related to music, whether it be instrumental care or whatever. Like I said, I'm not a Megatech expert personally, but all I can advise you is just things like just keep practicing your instrument. Keep your instrument clean too, actually. So yeah, which is another good tip I should probably bring up. So make I was told, and this I can tell. I'll let you guys know from personal experience. Yes, make sure you make a good habit of cleaning your strings as well. Just grab like a nice cloth and get one of those like string cleaners that you can buy from your music shops. And yeah, use it to clean your strings, and it'll help your strings last longer. Honestly, so yeah. All right, folks. I got room for maybe like a couple more questions, and then I will call it a day. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to my podcast here. You guys are amazing, amazing people. Just to let you guys know, too, in advance, yes, we are streaming live on Twitch and TikTok and YouTube, actually, too. But this will already be automatically uploaded on YouTube and on Twitch after this broadcast is done. So if you felt like you've came in late and you've only watched part of this podcast, feel free to go to my Twitch and YouTube after this and just to rewatch this broadcast. So yeah. So who else should I give a shout out to? Oh yes, of course. I gotta give a shout, of course, to some really amazing, cool YouTubers. So there's Mr. Taco Reviews. He recently reviewed some Dance Gavin Dance albums. There's also a really cool dude named Media Man Dan, who is another great YouTuber who does reactions to new songs, or I guess songs he's never seen before, music videos and all that stuff. So check them out too, Media Man Dan, and there's Mr. Taco's Reviews. And there's also another friend of mine who's also a YouTuber as well. He does music. His name is Jaden Kana, so it's JeydonKana. So check those guys out. They're all great YouTubers. Friends of mine as well. Great people all around. So there you go. All right. So assuming there is no other questions left coming in here on TikTok or on Twitch or YouTube, this is I guess I will conclude by saying, oh, hey, look at that. Hey, I got one hate comment here. Someone told me to shut up. Awesome. That is so awesome. Cool. Guys, this is so amazing. I actually got my first hate comment on here. It was on YouTube actually. It's really funny. So some random guy just said shut up, but yeah, I just refreshed the chat and then it just disappeared. So I don't know, maybe it got taken off or something. I know, yeah. B Money says, "Geez, yeah, I know. It's crazy. Like the internet is, but it's no surprise to me personally. That's why I don't take the stuff personally. Every time I get a hate comment, so it's the internet, guys. Like you're pretty much talking to the entire world, and in every population, there's always going to be someone who likes to fool around with other people just for the sake of being funny, just to be silly. You know what I mean? And and that's why we can't let that get to us because some people just want to be silly. That's all it is. And you know what? It's okay. Like don't let that get to you because if just a good handful of people that do enjoy your content, that's all that matters, honestly, right? So yeah, that's you gotta sometimes you gotta live with it, but you can easily ignore it and just just let it just laugh it off. That's all you can do. Or you can be like me. I get excited about it sometimes. So, yeah. So, with that being said, guys, I think that's it. I will conclude this podcast stream for tonight. Thank you all. This is the last one for 2020. I will try to be back next week for the first one of 2021. If not, I will try to be back the week after. But otherwise, you guys have been very amazing. Again, thank you for making 2020 a great year for me musically, despite everything that's been happening around the world, despite everything you guys have gone through. Again, sending my love to each and every one of you guys who are going through whatever tough time it may be, a tough situation it may be. Just remember, you're surrounded by some amazing people who love you. You're surrounded by amazing people who can support you in every way you can. Just remember, guys, let's try to be there for each other. Let's try to be supportive of one another. If we keep up that good habit, we're going to make 2021 a great success. So do your part, stay apart, wash your hands, don't get careless. Let's look out for one another. Check up with each other. Make sure your loved ones are doing fine, and all that great, amazing things. Because you guys, again, when we have that community, we can get through this. Hopefully that helps you guys. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning into my stream. My name is Eddie. I'm your host for tonight on Music Talk Mondays. You stay in touch, you stay safe, and you stay awesome. Have a great night. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. We'll see you in January.